Welcome to Visual Knowledge. In Understanding Michel Focault, I had a set of questions. I was thinking, what is madness in its context? What is discipline and punish? And what are Michel Foucault's influences? I endeavoured to answer these questions. And with that being said, I hope you enjoy this whiteboard animation. So in Understanding Foucault, one of the important questions are, what were his influences? I'm going to use the word inspirations, and I'm going to give 4 examples. Inspiration 1 was German philosopher Hegel. His philosophy was partly based on the coherence and meaning of history. His second inspiration was German philosopher Heidegger. He believed that we are suffering from diseases of the soul. And the third inspiration we have is Sartre, who believed in existence before essence. To Sartre, humans' interactions with the world and its people and society define that person, therefore in that context, the existence precedes that person's essence. The fourth inspiration is Nietzsche, who had ideas such as the superior man, and truth is not what is given, it is something we create ourselves. So here we have established 4 inspirations that influenced the mind of Foucault. The next question is, what is the importance of Foucault in history? Well, first, he set about his work like a historian. He looked to history with a magnifying glass. And secondly, according to Foucault, history was not recording the truth of the past, it was revealing the truth of the present. This creates the unique philosophical equation. Philosophy is concerned with what is, while history is concerned with what has been and what is. This equation to Foucault equals that history and philosophy become one. So the next question then became, what is the transition from classical medicine to clinical medicine? To Foucault, the shift evolved into bringing the patient back to normal, when previously it was to eliminate disease and bring health. To conclude this part, Foucault used history to broaden and develop his philosophical narrative. My next question was, what was Foucault's relationship with his own sanity? Indeed, he allegedly slashed his chest with a razor, and he drank plenty. He spent time in the sanatorium, which is a medical faculty for long-term illness, so clearly there may have been some mental health issues. And this leads to the next question. What was Foucault's perception on madness? To Foucault, there was 3 different phases of madness: the Renaissance, the later 17th and 18th centuries, and the modern experience. Madness, according to Foucault, at the beginning phase, is seen as creative and fearsome. Indeed, my understanding is that Foucault saw artists and philosophers expressing madness itself. According to Foucault, madness through history evolves into becoming a disability as opposed to a power. So the next question is, what does this mean? Well, to Foucault, history has a negative discontinuity with how it perceives madness. My next question is, what is Discipline and Punish? Discipline and Punish, The Birth of the Prison, is a book published in 1975 in French. The first thing to acknowledge is the context of what is being discussed, which is schools, hospitals, prisons, etc. There is some interesting ideas here, which I'm going to break down in 4 phases. Phase 1. Torture and execution has given way to incarceration. Phase 2. The prison takes over the body. Phase 3. The body is then subjective to discipline and surveillance. And Phase 4. Power does not just oppress, it affects the oppressor because of complex power relationships. This is my take on the last phase. In the prison system, you have probation officers, you have different managers, you have some medical staff like nurses and doctors, etc. Within this power structure, we have power imbalances amongst the power. So there's a power imbalance between probation officers and senior managers, and there's a power imbalance between nurses and doctors. In conclusion, Foucault is a fascinating character. It's wholly ironic that he considers one of his happiest moments to being hit by a car while under the influence. With that being said, we have gathered some information on his influences, his relationship with history, and his perceptions on madness and discipline and punishment. Let me know what you think of Michel Focault. So if you want to support the channel, subscribe, like, and share the content.